Hello, my lovely Scorpios. Welcome to your January 2019 reading, first reading for the year. This is a reading for Scorpio Sun, Rising and Moon sign. Also, listen to your rising sign and your moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. So have a listen to those as well. This is a general reading for you, Scorpio. If you would like a personal reading with me, wait a minute, I'll start again. In the information box below, under this video, there's a link to my website. If you follow that link to my website, you can book a private reading with me there. That's better, isn't it? And I'm also offering throughout January a personal reading for your yearly forecast. So if you're interested in that, you can have a look at that. That's only on offer to the end of January. Okay, so let's have a look at what's in store for you in January. I feel like from the end of last year to the beginning of this year, there's a turning point. The Wheel of Fortune is finally turning in your favour. It is not quite right up there, it's still on the way up, so there's still some work to be done to get you to that point where I would like to see you of having all that goodness come to you, and that is going to evolve as the year progresses, so that the more work you put into that, the more that's going to come in your favor towards the middle to the end of the year. The middle of the year seems to be a really important time for most zodiac signs. So I want to say May, June is going to be a real turning point for you, my lovely Scorpions. So that's what we're working towards. That's where this Wheel of Fortune is taking you. And what turns that Wheel of Fortune is situations that come up around you to aid in that, and the more work you do on that, the speed with which that happens is totally up to you. That's free will. That's your choice of really working through it and bringing that fortune that you're seeking right up for you to be able to use. What's around you? You've got the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords, to me, I want to say to you, what inner battles are you fighting? For some of you, it's inner battles. For some of you, it's inner thoughts, inner behaviors, inner patterns. And I want to say, they're giving me the word stubborn. I really have a self-reflection. Is there a conflict that's going on around you at the moment, and what is holding it back? Are you digging your heels in? Are you not refusing to compromise? Are they refusing to compromise? So is there this impasse? And while you feel like, well, I've won, I'm at the advantage in this situation, I've won this battle. You may win the battle, but you won't win the war. To me, it's a sense of an empty victory. There's an empty victory around you. So if there's been some sort of conflict, some sort of decision that needs to be made, and both parties are digging their heels in, and you may feel like it's turning in your favor. Is it really? Is it really? You need to ask yourself, is that an empty victory, or is that really going to work out for you in the end? Because I don't feel like it's going to make you as happy as you think you're going to be. So that's just a word of warning, something to be mindful of, something that's going on around you, because what's crossing that is this Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is just be careful that you're not building castles in the air. But you are being realistic. You're not building these castles in the air that are not practical. It's what you would like, but they're not realistic, and so that may be your empty victory. The outcomes that you're thinking you're going to get, you may not get. So really look at that, really ask yourself those questions of what you're wanting, what future you want to build, and how important winning these conflicts are, because you could find yourself in a place where it didn't turn out quite the way you thought it was going to be. And I think that that's for a select few, but it's, that's quite heavy. That's really quite intense. That for some of you, it's I'm hearing it's for work. It's in your work environment. It's and it is impacting on you on an emotional level, because I'm feeling this real inner turmoil in me. So is this you? Is this an inner battle that you're fighting, and that you might feel like you're getting over, but there's further consequences? It's just there's a situation around you, I feel, that is just not sitting right with you on a deeper level, on a subconscious level. You are aware of that, and that is what's creating this turmoil in you. Okay, that's what's creating this empty victory. Okay, well, I got my way, but where has that got me? Are you being realistic with what outcomes you're expecting? And so January is really going to shine the light on that situation. You are walking away from a situation. You are walking away from something that's not sitting well with you. That could be work, it could be family, it could be a significant other, it could be with children, it could be with friends, but you're walking away from a situation. You're going to walk away from it. Take from that situation what you have learned. You're certainly going to learn a lot in that situation, in what that conflict has brought, but you're turning your back on something, my lovely Scorpions. You're moving on. You're moving on from a situation that's just not working for you. And how that manifests into your reality. And I really like this, it's the Fool. And the Fool is the first card of the tarot deck, and that is your journey is going to begin afresh. It's a new journey that you're embarking on. The Fool carries very little baggage, and that means you're taking very little from the past. You're leaving the past behind, and you're sorting through what it is you want to take and what you want to leave behind to new horizons. See, the sunrise is happening there. And so the Fool has got very little that he's taking, very few belongings, very few, and that's baggage, and that's very few belongings. But there's the sun over here. The sun is shining bright on the situation, and so it's really positive, but it's about you having the courage to take that leap of faith, because he's right on a precipice. And it's about taking that leap of faith. The water behind him is very calm. So emotionally, you're going to be in a place where you're ready for these new beginnings. Ask yourself, what are those new beginnings for you? Is it a new job? Is it a promotion? Is it a move? Is it an ending of a relationship that's not working for you? Is it endings of friendships that are not working for you? It's going to be different for each of you, but there is this cleansing about the beginning of January. It's about this determination to start the year off in a way that is going to make you happy, in a way that you're wanting to start it off, in a positive way. Having people and situations around you that are going to suit you. For some of you, it's a new beginning as far as changing your behaviors, changing your outlook, changing the way you perceive things, changing how you see things, changing how your perception of things will also change your reality, changes how people interact with you, changes how situations that are coming up for you, it changes all of that. So that's really important, and it's about really tapping into your playful self. Look at the dog yapping at your feet. That's playful. Dogs are forgiving. They're loyal. They're forgiving, and that's how we move forward, with this sense of forgiveness. Okay. And again, you see, you have the Tower, and this Libra had the Tower as well. Another sign had the Tower as well. And the Tower is not an ock card if you use it positively. The Tower is asking you to look at what no longer fits in your life. Look at it in a practical way. What behaviors aren't working for you? What attitudes aren't working for you? What do you need to release within you? What do you need to change within you to change your perception of things? What do you need to release as far as friendships go, as far as belongings go, as far as an old job goes, a way of earning an income? Do it fearlessly. Do it fearlessly to bring in these new beginnings. And if you do that, then the Tower is a really positive card because it clears the way for good things to come into your life. It's when we don't want to look at it, when we don't want to do that, then the universe comes in and creates havoc. And that's more painful because we have resistance. It's the resistance in us that creates our pain. Releasing something willingly, knowing something has had its use by date and is no longer serving us in our life, and releasing it, then that happens really smoothly, and you're rewarded by bringing in wonderfully positive things. You've got the Nine of Swords here, and with what you're needing to release and what's going to come in, you're going to know what to do, because this is an indication of first of all, I'm hearing that it's a very active dream life. There's an active dream life that is going to keep you up as well, because it's really going to interrupt your sleep. There's messages that are going to come through for you that are going to help you with this transition for some of you. For some of you, the resistance is going to cause a lot of anxiety and sleepless nights in January of what to do. How happy am I? It is going to impact on you on an emotional level. So the more willing you are to bring in and embrace this change that's coming and really look at the self-analysis, it's really going to move you through this very quickly, very, very quickly. It's about, and you'll get there, because this is about leaving the past behind, leaving situations, leaving parts of behaviors and attitudes, parts of the self that are not beneficial to you, leaving that behind, turning your back on the old way of doing things, turning your back on old situations that are not serving you, and moving forward to new horizons. And there are new things there for you. There is a new relationship, there are new emotions, there is security, there is strength in that, the mountain and the tower and the bridges. You know, there's a bridge allows you to cross rough waters, so that you've got that assistance which is going to come through, and when your guides are speaking to you in your dreams. And so it's about, you do get to that point in January where you're ready to move on. You're ready to take on the future. You're ready to turn your back on a situation that's not serving you, and making choices and decisions about that in an unbiased, practical way. Some of you are going to have a hard time with those decisions, those choices and decisions, but they're needing to be made nonetheless. Others of you are going to look at it, remove emotions, and look at it in a practical way. What needs to be done? What needs to happen? And what choices do I need to make for my benefit, for my improvement in the quality of my life? Okay, by the end of January, you do find that peace. You do find that peace. You do find that balance. You have a really strong sense of intuition. You know what needs to be done. It's in denial of what needs to be done that causes the turmoil. If you really listen to that inner voice, you're going to know what's going to be good for you. You are going to be moving to a better place, because the Wheel of Fortune is turning for you. And it's going to get you to where you are wanting to be. So January is going to be really a month of laying down those foundations for you in order to move forward, to February, March, April. March, April are going to be good months for you, moving forward to those months. And self-nurturing. Be self-nurturing. Don't give away too much of your emotion. Don't have an outpouring. She's holding this cup. It's not overflowing. It's not spilling. It's holding your emotions nurturing your emotions. Don't allow them to spill out and be wasted. Find that inner strength, that inner nurturing, that intuition, because there's power in that. And I really like that. So that's what I hope, that this reading is going to be helpful for you in your journey through January, because it's going to be an inner work. Inner work is going to be happening for you in January. And do what you feel is right. You know, don't be stubborn about your thoughts. Don't create resistance. Allow it to just flow and move through without hurting others, without impacting on others, because it's your journey. To now draw a card from the Angels of Abundance for you to summarize this reading and have words of wisdom. Oh, there we go, and help. Let's have a look. It is safe for you to receive. It is safe for you to receive. So, the more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. And that's really very much about clearing the old, making space for all the good things to come to you so that you can receive them, because they are there. They are there. Okay, another card I'm going to draw for you is the Dreamtime card from the Dreamtime deck. Word of caution, word of wisdom for my lovely Scorpios. Let's have a look at what it's going on there. Versatility. It's about you being versatile. The freshwater turtle. It's about versatility, knowing when to withdraw into your shell, knowing when to swim upstream, being versatile with the environment, being flexible with what's going on around you. Don't be so rigid. And that's what I said in the beginning, with this sense of stubbornness. This is the word that came up for you. Don't dig your heels in and be stubborn. That creates resistance, and that can create difficulty in moving forward for you. So be flexible, be versatile, and be forgiving. Be open to change and bringing that in. Working on releasing what is not necessary, what is not relevant, you know, the resentment and the anger, and release those emotions to allow the positive emotions to come in, which is going to be very blessed for you, because you're going to be able to receive the goodness that the universe has there for you. So I hope that you find that helpful, my lovely Scorpions, for the month of January. I wish you many, many blessings, ease and grace as you flow through January.